Well, you might not have heard of Civil Air Patrol, but it's like a hybrid between military and civilian. And some local folks just got back from post-Hurricane Maria, Puerto Rico.
First Coast News' Jeff Fallon talked with a few of those members and joins us live from the squadron based at Craig Airport here in Jacksonville. Jeff.
Well, hello, Anthony and Heather. And if you think your life is getting dull, imagine taking part in search and rescue missions or getting sent to help after a disaster. You could say Civil Air Patrol thinks locally and acts globally.
I learned a lot of leadership qualities that I used in Puerto Rico, actually, with my staff.
Joseph Nelson is a sophomore at Sandalwood High School, but just last week he was one of 5 Civil Air Patrol personnel from the First Coast dispatched to obtain vital aerial images of the devastation in Puerto Rico and St. Croix after Hurricane Maria.
And send that information to FEMA so they can help fix the island.
Joe supported the effort with ground communication. His dad, Gary, also a JSO sergeant, was among the pilots flying missions, mostly in Cessna 182s, just like this one.
It's not like when we're doing search and rescue where we find this is where he's at. We got, you know, a million points of darkness.
Alrighty, I'm good.
Also crucial were mission observers and scanners capturing those images.
So we usually would have crews of 3, sometimes 4, depending on what we were tasked with. But the Army, FEMA, they're all using our pictures.
Hard work, but not without thanks. Major Giorgio Munoz bumped into a brigadier general in between flights.
And he said, you know, we're using your pictures. You're doing a fantastic job, and keep up the great work. So, you know, to hear that from an 07, that was fantastic to know that we were down there making a difference.
A big difference at a small price.
They would probably have to pay $2,000 an hour for a Black Hawk or $3,000 an hour for a C-26.
Because, you see, while CAP is an Air Force auxiliary unit, its men and women are actually civilian volunteers.
About $120 an hour to actually fly the aircraft was what the FEMA will eventually pay back to the Air Force and Civil Air Patrol for the operations we did.
No paycheck in it for these folks, but Civil Air Patrollers say you couldn't put a number to their compensation anyway.
It gives an opportunity for cadets and their parents to focus on opportunities they wouldn't have otherwise.
Well, that's one of the neat things about CAP. After all, it ranges from younger cadets, ages 12 and up, all the way up to adult senior members, folks my age or even older. Now, they offer everything from opportunities in aviation and aerospace learning to general leadership skills. So if you're curious, we will have this story on firstcoastnews.com, and we'll put a link to their website on that story. We're live at Craig Airport. Jeff Fallon, First Coast News on your side.